Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Like a Dragon Gaiden. So we're gonna continue our Let's Play and we're gonna do some sub-stories today, as usual. But yes, let's talk to Akame first. We made it to Platinum rank. Yes. Yep. Sure, it's been a long path to get here. Congrats, you really did something amazing. I already handled everything with the castle and got this for you. It's your proof for hitting Platinum rank. A Platinum Tiger. Additional matches, Platinum Errands in a gambling hall casino.
Cool.
With this, I can go anywhere in the castle and challenge every fight in the casino or the Coliseum has, right?
Anna?
Yep, I hear there's a lot to see at the gambling hall and casino too. The castle's a big place with a lot to do, you know. It'll be good to explore every bit of it you can. Yeah, makes sense. I'll have to swag around the castle and take advantage of my new status. The castle is fully unlocked to me. I should take advantage of this. You're a platinum god. At the Fighters Lounge. Let's check it out. Let's check it. Yes. What is this? Kaito and Higashi are there. Who's this dude?
Boy.
Are you alright? He reeks of booze, probably drunk. Oh, wait a moment, I'll bring you some water. Who's this guy? I remember him. I forgot his name though. I'm feeling heaps better now. Thanks for helping me out. I owe you one. Is there something I can do to pay you back?
Yeah.
I didn't do much. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No. I can't just let it slide. I've been drinking like this a lot these days, but it's been a while since anyone showed me some kindness. I want to return the favor somehow. Oh, I know. How about you'll let me train your allies? Train my allies? Yeah, I'm fairly well known as a martial arts teacher on these streets, actually. They call me the demon instructor. But yeah, there was someone in the earlier Yakuza games that looks like this. I just forgot his name though. A master as well, right? I train a number of fighters making waves in the Coliseum right now. Maybe this one is a different one. Okay, never would have guessed. Well, I don't have any students right now. I've been refusing requests for a while. Why is that? I was getting too many requests and got tired. Is part of it, and then my wife dying had a big impact too. Turned to booze to help drown my sorrows. The next thing I knew, I'd become a drunk old geezer. Pathetic, really.
Yeah.
Must have been a big shock, your wife's death. I can get why you'd want to escape reality. Thanks, but I can't just keep running away. Slowly, surely, I want to get things back to normal. Get back to being that first-class teacher worthy of being called a demon instructor. Then I guess I'll give you a hand at getting back into form. Oh, you're gonna let me train your allies? Yeah, I feel like I can trust you. You've got the credentials, so let's work together. Thanks. I only accept requests from clients I've taken a liking to, you know, but for you, I'll give it my all. My normal rates are pretty high, but I'll give you a discount. It'll still be a bit pricey, but I promise the results will be worth it. Okay.
Oh.
How much? By the way, let's see what's new here. Platinum. Jesus, look at this. Red Oni Ultimate Challenge. 1.5 million battle power. Oh, I wonder who these enemies are, right? 7.7. Okay. I want you to whip Kaito or Higashi. I don't know, Higashi. 800,000? Yeah, do that. Okay, Goda is there. Everyone is here. 70,000 yen. Okay. Mamoru Tateno. I mean, it's not that good though. 140,000. Okay. It's very cheap though. Mr. Masochist. Okay, I know this guy. So nothing else? How about we go to... Oh, look at the wrestlers here. Examine. 9 minutes. Okay, let's go to the VIP area. Let's check it out. Okay, who is this? Okay, is something wrong? Oh, you're a fighter in the Coliseum, aren't you? Do you have a moment to talk? Sure. Yes, thank you. Okay, so there's this sort of light and action movie that I really love, and I thought, why not recreate it in real life? And wouldn't you know it, the main character looks exactly like you. Okay, what I'm saying is, it would be really awesome if you use a sword in battle. I've always dreamed of witnessing a hero use it to vanquish their foes. Oh well, I suppose I can give it a try. Really? Thank you, thank you. However, no matter how much you resemble the main character, I have to be sure you're strong enough to wield it. What makes a character so iconic is all the thrilling battles he gets into, so only the most skilled fighter will do. Plus, it'd be kind of lame if you looked the part but couldn't actually fight. That settles it. The only way to prove your strength is to win all silver ranked matches. After that, I'll sponsor a match in which I want you to use a sword. There will be a prize for winning, of course, so that'll be your compensation. So it's pretty much the same as the other guy, right? Yeah. The other president, I mean. 1,000 fans. 500,000 yen. Okay. Who the hell is this? Moonan Akamatsu. What? He has very high defense though. Recovery amount, energy drink. Oh! Chohep Onas. I remember this one. He's in the Yakuza 0. He's the one who's saying Shuripipi. Shuripipi. There was a side case back, a sub story, I mean. Back then. Yes. 1 million. I don't have any money right now. Okay, I guess we'll come back here later. Maybe we'll do this one. Okay, we'll do the silver rank. What do you call this again? Matches later. We'll end with that one, I guess. So let's go back to Akame for now. But no, okay, what is this? Okay, what is this one? Other president? Me? Yes. Your muscles tell me you're a Coliseum fighter. I have a proposition for you. Alright, I'm listening. Once upon a time, I too yearned to be a fighter, but an untimely injury forced me to give up on pursuing that dream. Still, I've never been able to resist the allure. That's why I run a company that produces nunchucks, tonfa, and various other weapons. And now, after 50 years, I perfected my masterpiece. So what kind of masterpiece is it? Why, it's the ultimate tonfa, a marvelous weapon that shoots powerful beams. So you're so impressed, you've been rendered speechless. You see, I really like to show this off in a Coliseum match, but I'm afraid his old bones just aren't up to it anymore. That's why I'd like to wreak havoc with the tonfa for me. I will not stand my masterpiece rotting away on a shelf. Okay, excellent. I had a feeling you'd say that. However, it's not the easiest weapon to handle. If you don't have the requisite strength, you can hope to unleash its full power. By my reckoning, someone who is able to clear all the gold ranked matches should be capable of wielding it. I see, so all I've got to do is win those matches. That's right. After that, I'll sponsor a match in which I'd like you to show off the tonfa. Okay, but maybe we'll just do the silver ones, yeah. Maybe gold is too much for me. For now. But let's go back to Akame. Okay, let's do the sub-stories. Yes. 1 million. We can invest. We cannot invest anymore. We've done it all. How about Akame shop? 17,000 for this one. This one, okay, buy that. Okay, let's do the Ghost of SOTENBORI first. This one.
Anna?
Hey Joryu, you've heard of the Goryu clan, right? Yes. Of course you have. You faced off with one of them in the final match at the castle. Second Patriarch Ryuji Goda, or his double at least. Sure. Why do you ask? So the real Ryuji Goda was supposedly this famous charismatic Yakuza from a decade ago. True? Back then, he tried to make a move on Tokyo's Kamurocho and he met his end. However, loads of people think he didn't actually die, even all these years later. And recently, rumors have been floating around sightings of Ryuji Goda himself back in SOTENBORI.
Nani?
Of Ryuji? Ghost of SOTENBORI. What a load of crap. Every dead celebrity has rumors of them come up about them. Hey, I agree with you, but like they say, where's the smoke? Right? What? I didn't understand that. You think the rumors are true? That's what I want you to find out for me. You see, if a guy's as magnetic as he was really has turned up again, it'll put the balance of SOTENBORI at risk. In that case, I might have to make a move on my own, you know? I see what you mean. Alright, I'll look into it. You will? Wow, you're sure quick to volunteer. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I just happened to be in the mood. So now, what? Where do I start? You gathered a handful of credible witness reports and I want you to suss them out. Okay, fair enough. So let's hear them. Alright, first off, a guy ran into a little kid who extorted him 30 years ago. And the same thing happened again. What are you saying? Just listen, alright? Okay, this guy says 30 years back he was extorted by an elementary school student wearing a backpack. Okay, so if I remember correctly, back then in Yakuza 0, there was a sub-story with Ryuji Goda. He was an elementary student back then, but he was taller than Majima and he was stealing Bontan pants. Yes. The kid was super tall, he says. Like 180 centimeters. And that is tall. And that kid apparently was Ryuji Goda. Even young Ryuji was known to put adults to shame with his height, you see. Anyhow, 30 years go by, this guy crossed paths with him again, and the same story unfolds. Ryuji would never extort anyone. It was 30 years ago, right? Why is he so sure it's the same person? According to the victim, the man had blonde hair and a scar in his mouth. Blonde with a mouth scar, well, that features match. On top of that, it said the man straight up called himself Ryuji Goda.
Nani?
What? Curious, don't you think? It sure is. Any leads on this guy? The victim said they crossed paths on East SOTENBORI Street. And then the criminals returned to the crime scene, huh? Alright, I'll check it out. Okay, let me equip this first. What is better? This one? -10 though. This one... 160. Blade defense goes down though. Upgrade. 3 million. I cannot. Super expensive. Okay.
Mana!
Yo, Pops. Nope, not blonde. Thought you were him for a second. Are you looking for someone? Nobody's talking to you, old man. You're after a guy with a blonde, slick back hair, aren't you? Whoa, how do you guess? If you know something, spit it out. Just a rumor I heard. Why are you being all so shady? Look, if you know something, how about I pound it out of you? Fine, always fighting. Jesus.
Oi.
Okay, that is not a kid. He says, Akira said, turf war between kids. Get out of here and try to stir up less trouble from now on. Those are grown adults. Ryuji Goda, is it? Looking for me, were you? What, is it actually him?
Nani?
It can't be. Oh no, it's fake, dude. It's not him. Not even close. Oh my god. What do you mean? I'm Ryuji Goda, the guy you're looking for. Good to meet you. The dude is not even Japanese.
Yeah.
Looked like this was a waste of time. See ya. Self-proclaimed Ryuji Goda. What's this? Seems like Mr. Big Shot's over here underestimating me. When I'm done with you, you'll be pissing yourself when you hear my name. Actually trying to be like him.
Boy.
Why are you impersonating Ryuji? Well, the name of Ryuji Goda is legendary in this town. It's a great way to get some notoriety. I see. Seems like his boots are too big for you though. But that ain't the only reason I call myself Goda.
Nani?
What's that? Why? Why, he's running away. See ya. Only quick when he's running away. Turns out the guy couldn't be less like Ryuji. Okay, let's call Akame, I suppose. It's Joryu. The Goda case was a bust. Turns out he was just some thug taking advantage of Ryuji's clout. Well, so it goes, right? While you've been out and about, I tracked down a new rumor. Let me hear it. It's about an extortion scam, a honeypot as the kids call these days, been popping around town lately. The victim gets invited somewhere by a sexy lady, but once they arrive, they find a scary guy waiting for them. A guy who calls himself Ryuji Goda. Okay, we're gonna be fighting a lot of Ryuji Godas in this episode, I suppose.
Nani?
Ryuji running an extortion scam? The guy's blonde, of course, and they say he's got a long coat and a Japanese sword too. Sounds like Mr. Goda's as famous for those as he is for the flashy blonde duo of his. Alright, I'll give this one a look too. I know I'm the one asking, but you're being surprisingly proactive about this, aren't you? No more than the normal, so how do I find this guy? His lady's friend been showing up in Sachuka Fukucho, so try making contact there. Will do. Okay, Sachuka Fukucho. Let's take a cab. Okay, this is where Akami said the extortion scam was happening. Is that the lady? Excuse me, dear handsome.
Oh.
Well, that was fast. Sorry, what? Anyway, what's she up to? If you're not too busy, how about the two of us have a little fun together? Shit. What do you mean by fun? Come on, you're gonna make a lady say it out loud now? I just broke up with my boyfriend and feeling all pent up, you know? Pent up, you say? Uh-huh. Just like super pent up, you know? I get it. Sure, I'm in. Yeah, you like girls who are quick to get in the mood, huh? Anyway, let's go. Let's see. This is Ryuji Goda. Well, time to see what comes out of this. Maybe. Maybe, right? Maybe. Yeah, cool if I shower first, big guy? She's gonna shower, then when she comes back, it's gonna be a guy. You go for it. Okay, I'll be right back. We will see. And here's where our climatic extortion twists come in. Oh, so you're the one who's trying to steal Ryuji Goda's girl. Here we go.
Nani?
Wait, it couldn't be. He's not even tall. Later it's gonna be a real Ryuji Goda, right? Everything, from the hair, from the coat, from the sword. Nope, not a chance. You realize what you've done, you bastard. You're paying for this with your blood. Darling. Oh, that man took me here against my will. Oh, Noko, that goes without saying. No way a pure-hearted, devoted girl like you would come to a filthy, indecent place like this of her own accord. Okay, now you can start by handing over your wallet and phone. Got it? Why are you dressed like that, sir? Say what? And why are you calling yourself Ryuji Goda? Explain that one for me too. Okay, who does this guy think he is? Ass clown. Those will be your final words. Dude, he's super easy to fight though. Look, the other guy was harder. Who's this monster? Eek. Looks like your devoted girl's a bit of a monster herself.
Boy.
Now I'll ask you again, why are you pretending to be Ryuji Goda? Well, Joryu. Joryu here. Okay, any update on Ryuji rumor, Joryu? Another dead end. Was just about to ask this guy why he's been impersonating him. That's right. Well, I just hit the jackpot over here. I've located the Goryu clan's hideout.
Nani?
Ooh. So it's gonna be a real Ryuji Goda now. The Goryu clan, what? Okay, the other guy's running away. Now's my chance. And I guess maybe we're gonna see them again. This one and the other one. We're gonna see them in. Maybe we're gonna fight all of them, all the Ryujis at the same time. Maybe that's just my guess. Sorry, where were we? The Goryu clan's hideout, right? I thought they disbanded long ago. More accurately, it's the hideout of the Goryu remnants who are plotting the clan's survival. Are you sure it's really them? Like, this ain't just a rumor, it's information. You think they've got something to do with all these fake Ryujis? You'll never know if you don't ask. True enough. So where is it? Hiruma number 3 building, 4th floor. It's right by Ashitaba Park. There's a chance things get ugly, so is that gonna be an issue? I'll leave that up to you. You ain't that type to spill blood for nothing, right? I try not to. Later then. Okay, so this is the place.
Oh.
Who are you? Yeah, what you staring at? Are you the guys saying you'll revive the Goryu clan? You think you're hot shit, dickhead? Okay, who's that guy? The one sitting, last chance. Are you the guys saying you'll revive the Goryu clan? Can I help you with something? Who are you? You barge into the man's office and don't even have the decency to greet him. I'm the Goryu clan's 3rd patriarch. I can say I recognize you. Had some dealings with you guys back when the 2nd patriarch was still around. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I took my pledge at the end of that era. It's no surprise you wouldn't know me. You have to excuse me, bud. Who are you exactly? You've heard of Akame, right? She sent me. Ah, Akame, you're saying. I heard she was well informed, but for her to have sniffed out our location, I suppose it must be true. Yeah, so half-truths won't cut it. Better watch what you say. Oh, how scary. You know, I've been thinking we ought to pay her a visit and say hello. After all, we're new in town.
Boy.
Do the Omi higher-ups know about you guys?
Yeah.
Not yet, but I plan to drop in on them soon with a few gifts in hand. Even they won't say no to us. After the death of the second patriarch Goda and Kamurocho, the Goryu clan was dismantled for a time. They'd stage a coup against the main branch after all. However, those of us who remain still aspire to reign supreme. We never forget the second patriarch's ambition. But honestly though, right? I wish he didn't die, Ryuji Goda. He was such a good villain, right? I wish he survived and we see him become like allies with Kiryu in the future games, right? It would be what I would have loved it, honestly, but we're here.
Yeah.
Scattered though we were, we patiently bided our time for more than a decade. Until at last they had come to mobilize the Goryu clan once more. Word's been going around that Goda is still alive, not to mention that there have been multiple people impersonating him. Do you guys have something to do with that? Indeed, it's all according to plan. Upon our return to the city, the name of Ryuji Goda would serve as a monstrous weapon. However, as the second patriarch is no more, I decided it would be just as effective to install his illusion here instead. So you scatter those imposters all over town. Correct, and the name Ryuji Goda echoes across the city. In that chaos, third generation of the Goryu clan, the ones behind it all, will ascend to SOTENBORI's throne once again. Not a bad plan if I do say so myself. I see, it's all clear to me now. Clear that you aren't fit to bear the crest of the Goryu family. Go ahead, restore the clan if you want. That's got nothing to do with me. But using a dead man's image as your mascot, without a sliver of understanding or respect for what it stood for? I won't allow that. You won't allow it? And just who were you to him?
Yeah.
I don't need to explain myself to you. Very well then. I already have enough of this conversation, but there's one last matter we ought to clear up. I think I mentioned it already. Making a little visit to Akame? It would be the height of indiscretion for me not to bring her a gift. Your freshly severed head should do quite nicely in that regard. It deserves as a message. This is what happens when you go against the Goryu clan. It's all yours if you can take it.
Yeah.
And besides, something like that wouldn't phase her. You never know if you don't try, right? Alright boys, get him. Okay, I'm guessing that later we're gonna be seeing some real Ryuji Goda walking. It's sometimes the sub stories are like that. When you end it, then someone is gonna be walking by, and that's the person you've been looking for, right? We will leave town, so please go easy on us. Giving up already? Yet another example of how unfit you are for Goryu tenets. You better leave town by today, and don't ever come back. I see. Case closed then, I guess. All those Ryuji Godas were fake plans and the Goryu won't be coming back. Yep. Awesome work, Joryu. For real though, you were oddly enthusiastic about this whole affair. What gives?
Yeah.
The state of the Goryu clan is none of my business, but I couldn't stand by and watch them tarnish a man's reputation for petty extortion and blackmail scams. Who's? Ryuji Goda? Did you know him or something? Something like that. Well, whatever. Anyhow, that's all taken care of now. I'll be looking forward to your help on the next one. Whenever the mood strikes. Did I stick my nose where it didn't belong, Ryuji? Us dead celebrities gotta look for each other, huh? Okay, I guess he didn't show up. There was no fake Ryuji Godas. Okay, let's go back to Akame. Okay, so we're gonna do this one next. Another sub-story with the Golden Samurais. Okay. He's back. This guy doesn't know when to quit, does he? Nope, he wants to settle the score with you once and for all. This time the job's coming from the Golden Samurai himself. What do you mean, he personally asked for this? Sounds like he wants to get even with you. Says he's been training even harder since the last time, so he'll be stronger than ever. He's practically begging you for trashing. Are you gonna take him on? Well, I've never been one to turn in a fight, and he did ask for me by name, so how could I say no? Predictable, as always, Joryu. In any case, you are his sole focus this time, so says he'll be waiting on the roof of Yotsudera Kaikan. Okay. Hazarding a guess will be way more of a hassle this time around, so don't skimp on your preparations and don't go dying in me, okay? I can promise you I won't. Golden Gauntlet. Okay, let's go. Okay, he's right here. So thou makes thyself known. Eagerly have I awaited thee. Didn't expect you to offer me a price for your own head. Had enough going around town picking on the weak? Mine eye is keenly fixed upon thee, and thyself alone. Thou hast not seen that by every limb, every muscle clot doth cry out, though it were aflame. Long have I trained, long have I ached to feel the shattering of thy skull. Have at thee. Okay, how strong is he now? Well, we're not dealing damage, what? Okay, there we go. Dude, he's much easier than last time though. Yeah. Last time was much harder. What happened to him? Astonishing. I have known defeat at thy hands yet again. I have to admit, that was pretty fun. You really must have trained hard for this. If you ever get the urge to fight me again, just put in another request. For a slightly higher fee, of course. The third dawn of my defeat heralds the end of me. I gave the whole of my own self to pursuit of defeating thee, yet still have tasted only loss. My thanks be unto thee. The pleasure was all mine. That was it. He was weaker this time, honestly. Okay, let's go. Let's go get more sub-stories. Okay, we're back, Akame. We need another one.
さすが上流やな。
1 million again. Okay, what's nice? Silver rank Coliseum, sorry. Okay. A simple heavy lifting job. That one.
上流。
Hey Joryu. Does the name Matsumura ring a bell?
Yeah.
Matsumura? No, not familiar.
あのね。
Well, he's one of SOTENBORI's longtime jack of all trades. Could say he's my senior in a way. Big cities have plenty of sleuths and odd jobsmen. He must have a good rep if he's on your
せや
radar.
ね。
Absolutely. Anyhow, he asked me to take on a job. Jack of all trades hiring another jack of all trades? Yeah, Matsumura handles everything himself, but everyone needs a helping hand eventually. Several decades riding solo, he must really know his stuff.
せやな。
Uh-huh. Heard has been on his own since he was a kid. Was raised in an orphanage. An orphanage? Yep, man. What was it called?
あんな
Oh yeah, I think it was called Sunflower.
Nani?
Sunflower?
せやね。
Yeah, pretty sure that was it. Someplace over in Kanto. No way, does she mean the place I grew up? Oh yeah, the orphanage. Anyhow, he's looking for someone to do physical labor. Wants to rent them off for what? Wants to rent them off me for a bit, okay? Sure, I'll
ほん
go.
まに
Honestly, when they're speaking with this dialect, I'm sorry when I pronounce it sometimes. Really surprised you're so gung-ho about him. This Matsumura guy has piqued my interest. Where do I find him?
バッチリ頼むで。
You know the Wild Jackson in West Shokofukucho? He said he'd brief you there. Get it. I'll stop by. Okay, let's go. Was it West Shokofukucho? Are you Matsumura-san? Akame-san sent me to help you. Yeah. You're just what I'd expect from our city's renowned Akame. She found me the exact type I was after. Here, have a seat.
どうも
I'm Matsumura, as you already
よ
know.
ろしく頼む
Call me Joryu. Nice to meet you, Joryu-san. Maybe you've heard, I'm an old hand in the business of odd jobs. Use my expertise in innumerable scenarios. Most recently, I've been consulting for the director of an orphanage. An orphanage, huh? Yeah, these days, places like that can hardly stay afloat. Their worries are truly endless. Heard you were raised in an orphanage. That's right. Live at a place called Sunflower till about middle school, out in Kanto. How come?
いや
Curiosity. Matsumura's names and face are both unfamiliar to me given his age, but maybe it was at Sunflower before I was old enough to remember. He could also be lying though. I can see why he would. That place sure brings me back. The man who managed Sunflower is called Kazuma. Kazuma-san. Curious dad. Basically he's dead, I mean. I always looked up to the guy.
何
Nani? Kazuma? If he knows Kazuma-san, then he's not lying. We really were raised at Sunflower together. To be honest with you, not every job I take actually pays off. But if it means I can pass on just a little of what the great man taught me, then I can't help but take on the job. Or maybe that's just my ego talking.
いや
Hey, I can relate to that. Really? Thanks. Almost feels like this isn't our first meeting. You never know. Anyway, why not give me a rundown of the job? Alright. Now, Joryu-kun, I don't mean to shock you, but I want you to be the orphanage new director.
何
What? Sorry to spring this on you so suddenly. The place is called Signet. Its director is getting in on years and doesn't have a family. He's trying to find a new successor ASAP.
いや
Fine, I get that, but why me? Well, Signet regularly receives government assistance, but honestly, it's run by volunteers. I vetted all sorts of folks, but in this day and age, it's hard to find someone who can take on that kind of responsibility. To be candid, I even threw my own hat into the ring. But our orphanage in the hands of an odd jobs man, the director wasn't convinced. I suppose my occupation got a shady reputation.
いや
Maybe, but I'm in the same boat. I can help you, sorry.
いや
Don't make up your mind just yet. Sure, if the director doesn't like you, that's it. Even so, but if he does happen to like you, I ask that you reconsider. Come on, it's not that serious. You'd basically be a figurehead, a director in name only. I'd manage all the minutiae, like finances and our overall operations. Your only job would be to show up once in a while when you've got time. Still, why go all to the trouble? Well, I could decide it's not my problem, and I guess that'd been the end of it, but I've got a personal stake in this place. I can't brush it off like it's none of my business. Seems you're a genuine bleeding heart deep down. Got me there. Anyway, my priority is to appoint the next director and help Signet get back on its feet. Otherwise, those kids will be out on the streets, and I can't let that happen.
Yeah.
You got a noble intentions, but I don't even have a legitimate name to offer you.
Yeah.
Technically, there's ways around that, assuming you're willing and on board. Sure, it may be a little unorthodox, but I picked up some tricks of the trade that'll have us squared up on paper. Alright. I was raised in an orphanage. I can relate to wanting to make a difference. How interesting. Thank you, Joryu-kun. So where does the physical labor part factor in? Oh yeah, about that. I promised to hand over supplies for the orphanage today. The director's coming out of SOTENBORI, so we arranged to meet at the Shitaba Park. Could it trouble you to carry them for me? That's it? Of course. Didn't you grow up in an orphanage? Working with kids is all about stamina. True enough.
Oh.
Young man. Oh, Matsumura-kun. Or Matsumura-san. Hello, Takumi. I see you showed up as well. You bet I did. I wouldn't miss a chance to see you, Matsumura-san. But you can see me anytime. Brought you a present today. There's clothes and candy inside. Wow, thanks a ton. Thank you for your continued generosity.
Yeah?
Come on, it's barely anything. All of it was practically free at the bazaar. You're the one who was kind enough to come all this way to SOTENBORI. Nonsense, we can't have you making the trek every time. Oh, and who's this? Oh, this is Joryu-kun. I wanted to introduce you to. Nice to meet you. I'm Joryu. Hello there. On that note, Director, how would you feel about passing on your title to Joryu-kun?
Huh?
What? What do you say? No way. You can't just make some rando appear out of nowhere, Director. I mean, true though, right? Takumi, listen. The director's getting old. Joryu-kun's still in his prime and he shows plenty of promise. But if you could get along, eventually, wouldn't that be enough? If that's all it takes, you should just become the director. Well, it seems the director's not too keen on that idea. How come, Director? Matsumura-san's always been good to us. I have my reasons. Ain't it your own stubbornness that landed Signet into this mess in the first place?
Yeah.
Takumi, that's going too far. It's true though. Matsumura-san, do you mind if I head home and think it over? Of course. Of course not, I mean. In that case, let's say goodbye for now. Thank you again for the supplies. The kid's name's Takumi. Sounds like he really wanted you to take over as a director. Well, he was in middle school when we first met. We'd see each other whenever I visited the kids. I guess he got attached to me. I'm happy he feels that way, but the director himself isn't on board. Exactly. Plus, I recently started my own company. It's fair to say that I might not be able to devote enough attention to that role. Something unrelated to your freelance work? Right. At an office handling various tasks related to real estate. It's still small, but Takumi's actually planning to start there too. Oh yeah? Takumi, well, you'll find he's pretty closed off around others. Apparently, that's why he couldn't stay with the last company that hired him. Ended up back at Signet. Plus, it isn't easy to find new employment, and society's pretty tough on folks who grew up institutionalized. So he decided to take him on board. He seemed like the type of guy, or type the director could trust. But why doesn't he want Matsumura-san then? Do me a favor and tell him that, Joryu-kun. Anyway, that's all for today. Could it trouble you to help me out again sometime? Sure. Not only does he donate supplies to the kids and pay them visits, he even helps them with find jobs. He mentioned he'd always look up to Kazuma-san, real inspirational, that Kazuma. Akame? What's up? Hey Joryu, all done with the job? Yeah. Is Matsumura-san with you?
Yeah.
He already left. I'm alone. I see. Good timing. Okay, what were your thoughts on him, Joryu? My thoughts? I think he's a solid guy. Seems he's desperately trying to support a place called Signet Orphanage. That desperation ain't born of good intentions. Ooh, why? This guy's currently scheming to seize the facility.
Nani?
Okay, so that's why the other director doesn't want to. Okay, what do you mean? Well, I just got this weird feeling. Figured maybe maybe work's got me paranoid, but couldn't help doing a little digging on Matsumura-san. Sure enough, I found out about his dark side. The true Matsumura is a loan shark that specializes in refinancing. He approaches folks with loads of debt, sweet talks them with promises to make it all go away, and then seizes their assets, land, buildings, everything. Like I said, a loan shark.
Boy.
Hold on, Matsumura said he wants me to become the director of Signet. Said he worked to support me. Interesting. Sounds like he wants to put you in the spotlight while he works to liquidate things behind your back.
Nani?
It can't be. Okay, that place is in trouble. Guarantee he's after it. Okay, letting him prey on them would be a damn tragedy. Once he's done bleeding all their assets, they won't have a single hair left to pick their teeth. And you're sure about this? Think I'd be saying all this if I weren't? I want to hear it for yourself, though. There's a homeless guy under Bishamon Bridge. One of his victims. Go find him and hear what he has to say. On it. Matsumura-san, he looked up to Kazuma-san. Was it all a lie? Whatever the truth is, I've got to get to the bottom of this. Okay, let's go. Okay, we found the guy. What do you want? Do you happen to know a guy named Matsumura? Matsumura? Effing Matsumura? So you do know him. That bastard's the whole damn reason I landed in this mess. Spun me some fairy tale about how he canceled all my debts, then made off with everything I had. Can you tell me more? Just thinking about it boils my blood. Wormed his way into my life when I was at my wit's end after Orphanage had fallen into debt. Oh, also Orphanage, okay.
Nani?
Your Orphanage. Let me handle it, he said. Promised I could sell it for a bundle, but that slimeball planned to rip off our land right from the start. Matsumura's a devil in disguise. And you were left homeless. Ain't me. You ought to worry about. A story ain't over yet. What do you mean? Matsumura hired the kids who had nowhere to go at his company. Said he'd look after them. Really made it seem like he was trying to help them out. But now I hear he won't even let them leave the office. He works them like a cart horse. Nanny? My precious kids. Worse yet, he's got close ties to the Yakuza. My luck ran out the day he sets his sights on me. It's too late for me. I'm to blame for letting him manipulate me with his forked tongue. But hey, buddy. Don't know who you are, but if it's in your power, all I can ask is that you save those kids. I will. And you should reach out to Akame. Better than staying out here like this. Ask the other homeless around and they'll tell you where to go. Explain what happened. They won't ignore you. Akame. Yeah, I've heard of her. Thanks. How'd it go, Joryu? Heard the guy's story. He said he used to run an orphanage till Matsumura robbed him of everything he owned. I see. Apparently, he's also fond of approaching older people without family so he can make off with their assets. I've gotten sloppy. All this wickedness going on behind my back. Why didn't you come to light earlier? Or why didn't this come to light earlier? Folks who use loan sharks are guilty of wanting to make a little profit too. Bet he's been using that as leverage to make his victims feel like they owe him. Not to mention, people who won't tattle on you make for excellent pawns. It sounds like Matsumura's company employs kids from the orphanage he destroyed. There's a boy named Takumi living at Signet who really idolizes him. I bet the other kids feel the same. You mean, yeah. That's probably why Matsumura targets orphanages as a convenient source of workers. Akame, I need you to tell me where to find Matsumura's office. Okay, give me a minute. Here we go. It's an office called Matsumura Industries in Nishikubo Sunrise Building in South Fukucho. Seems to be connected to real estate. Maybe he's using it to manage all the properties he sees. Okay, some mastermind, huh? You're heading over there, right? Do me a solid and smash him into orbit. Deal. He did say the job called for physical labor. Okay, South Shokafukucho. So they're beating up the kid already. Got it, Rookie? The only answer I want to hear from you is yes, sir, and understood. Before long, you'll be one of us. But until then, we're gonna learn you real good.
Nani?
Hey, lay off Takumi. Who the hell? You can't just come barging in here. Tell me something. Is roughing up your employees just business as usual around here? Yeah, you got a problem? Getting that shit bit out of you is the fastest way to learn. We play by our own rules. You ain't one of us assholes, so butt out.
Oi.
You okay? Oi. Hey, you're that guy that was with Matsumura-san before. Joryu-san, right? I'm guessing he hired you. What happened to you? It was my fault. I kept making dumb mistakes and giving him shitty answers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not something that warrants violence. Just please, don't tell Matsumura-san.
Yeah.
I don't want to cause him any trouble. Why are you so loyal to him anyways? Cause he's been good to me. I ain't got no parents, but he treats me like a son. Of course I look up to him. Looks like my prediction was right. Matsumura wins over orphans just like he uses them as pawns. Takumi, can you tell me where Matsumura is?
Yeah.
Why? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I won't cause any trouble for you. Matsumura sounds like a father to me. If you're planning to hurt him, you'll have to get through me. Back when I was 20 or so, I wouldn't have hesitated to give my life for Kazuma-san. But someone once told me that sort of thing was just brainwashing. I see. How about you stay here and rest a bit, or head for the hospital, alright? Joryu-san. Joryu. Can't believe the type of heinous shit's going down in Osaka right under my nose. It's all my fault.
Yeah.
You don't need to shoulder so much blame. More importantly though, do you know where Matsumura is? He wasn't at the office. Okay, wait a second. Got it. Looks like he's at Ashitaba Park again. On my way. Ashitaba Park again? Okay, let's go. Ashitaba Park. Yet again.
Yeah.
Joryu-kun has an honest determination that's hard to find nowadays. Sure, the kids will be hesitant at first, but soon they'll grow to love him as a director. And with him in the role, Signet would be able to stand against its financial pressures.
Yeah?
He'll need support, of course, but that's where my expertise comes in. There's nothing to worry about. Joryu-kun and I can get Signet back on its feet. So what do you think? Any downsides to my proposal? I guess not. Exactly, right? In that
Oi.
case... Wait. Hey.
Ah.
Hello, Joryu-kun. I was just about to contact you. About what? The director's finally come to a decision. He wants you to take over Signet.
Ah.
This is your first time running as an institution, right? I understand any concerns, but please, just relax. I'll take care of all the tough stuff like operations and finances. Okay, make it easier to snatch the deeds to the land and buildings, right? Okay, what's this now?
Yeah.
Joryu-kun, what are you on about all of a sudden? You know that's not true. All I know is that that's your specialty, Mr. Loan Shark. Loan Shark? A communist tip off a lead on me to one of your victims, another orphanage director apparently. He offered to help him settle his debts, then took everything he owned, leaving him destitute. He still hates your guts. What are you saying?
Yeah.
No, you're completely mistaken. It's true that I also work as a debt adjuster, but that type of work tends to be rocky in practice. Of course, I did everything I could for that man, but it still ended up losing his property. I just can't believe he would blame me for everything. For argument's sake, let's say I accept your excuse. But what about Takumi? Takumi? I dropped by your office. They were beating on Takumi when I got there. Takumi? Why would he be? The kid even believed it was all his fault. Was worried he'd cause you trouble.
Ah.
Well, that must be it. He must have made some sort of mistake. It's no wonder why you only hire kids from institutions.
Boy.
Time to fess up, Matsumura. You approached Signet because, as a loan shark, you had your eye on the buildings and land. Plus, you wanted to acquire more pawns. Pawns? What do you mean? Nice detective work, Joryu-kun. We got him.
Ah.
Guess the cat's out of the bag. Children know nothing of the world. Put on a good show, and it's not long till they're wrapped around your finger.
Ah.
If I make use of clueless pawns, I can extend my reach and collect even more. What you think? Pretty clever, right? This guy, man, we're gonna beat him up. So, was your backstory of growing up at Sunflower pure BS too?
Yeah.
That part was true. In fact, that's the original inspiration for this.
Nani?
What? Don't you remember what I said about that Kazama guy who runs the Sunflower? He was actually a Yakuza. And a very clever man. As the founder of an orphanage, he played on people's sympathies, but from the shadows, he created an army of obedient puppets who were willing to die for him. If I'd remained at Sunflower, the same thing would have happened to me. I ran as soon as I wised up. Is this what you meant by following in Kazama's footsteps? Don't you get it? Everything he did, everything I've done, what's the difference? Taking advantage of the weak, creating an army of willing slaves. He was a great teacher. You bastard. I don't understand why you're so upset, but that's enough. Here we go, we're gonna fight all of them. If you're going to blame someone, Joryu, just blame yourself for meddling. You hadn't stuck your nose into my business, you wouldn't have to die. Do less than 10 hits. It's funny that other guy went flying. Matsumura-san, I mean. Joryu-kun, I apologize. Look, man, I'm sorry. So come on, won't you forgive me? Don't try and worm your way out of this. You gotta listen, I didn't do this because I wanted to. I'm a victim. My parents, Kazama murdered them.
Yeah?
I was so clueless. But one day I stumbled on the truth and I pressed Kazama for answers. Told him he was a hypocrite. He said nothing. So I escaped the orphanage, but I never stopped hating him. To be raised by that man that murdered my real parents? Who can accept that? I'm not the villain here. It's all Kazama's fault. I'm certain Kazama knew better than anyone what a hypocrite he was. But there was nothing false or hypocritical about the love he poured into those kids. And that is something I know better than anyone. Even you must have felt his sincerity. If you're that clueless, then you should have watched what you say about Shintaro Kazama. Anyway, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm on it. By the way, on the topic of Matsumura's employees, Joryu-san, can I ask you to tell them they're welcome at Signet?
Nani?
Huh? Those children need some peace of mind. If anything, we do have plenty of rooms.
すまない.
Okay, director, thank you. It's really us who ought to be thanking you. I overheard this proposal. I think it's a great idea. They still got a whole heap of problems, but I'll help him out as much as I can. Thanks. I'm counting on you. See you. I guess no matter whose footsteps you choose to follow, the journey is what you make of it. If Kazama-san could see me now, I wonder what he'd say. Okay, let's go to the castle. Okay, so let's do the silver matches, I suppose. All of them, right? Okay, let's do it. This one. Let's play as Kiryu, of course. Hangman. This guy was in Judgment. Oh, we get 3 rounds. There's 2 more. Semi-finals. Oh, dude, we don't have any HP. I didn't heal. Bane. We're fighting Bane now. Okay, finals. Who is it? Brave. Joryu. He kept moving. It was so annoying. Okay, Hangman again. Honestly, it looks like Spider-Man. The mask. Yes. That was so fast.
もう終わりか
Okay, I actually forgot to bring any allies. Okay, I think we have one more after this one. One more silver battle. Hell Arena. Oh! 2,500. 25,000 a minute. Okay, we're doing the sponsored match now. The last one. Oh! Ryuji Goda. Ryuji. I mean, that was very easy though, right? Maybe in the platinum matches, we're gonna be facing people we know, right? From other games. Okay, before we end, let's try and buy some new fighters. Let's see what characters we unlock. This is the most expensive one, so maybe we're gonna get better characters. 1 million. Okay. Let's see.
Ooh.
Hamako Ishikawa. Okay. Performs an unguardable slash attack. Okay, who else? 1.5. Oh, Gary Holmes. Leave the fighting to me. Gary Buster Holmes. Quick or painless. Remember this guy. Anything more? Oh, that's it? There's no more fighters? Okay, I guess. Okay, so there aren't any more fighters that we can buy, at least on the higher tiers. So that's the best fighters, I guess. Gary Buster Holmes, right? I thought we were gonna get like maybe other characters from the other games, but unfortunately not. It's just a side characters. But we got Kaito and Higashi though, so that's good. So very long sub stories today, right? Fake Ryuji Goda and the guy kind of linked to Kiryu because of Sunflower Orphanage, right? So next episode, let's see what happens. I don't know yet. So we're just gonna continue this and do more like a Dragon Gaiden in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.